So, my dear learners, how are you all today? What's up? Today is going to be a masterclass for all of you. During this masterclass, we try to level up our English skills. We try to learn some advanced phrases, some advanced expressions, good quality vocabulary to improve our English speaking skills or English in general. So let's talk about some adjectives. I'm going to share 10 adjectives with you which will help you in describing people. So there are situations where you need to describe people. This is what we are going to study in today's session. Let's start learning 10 advanced adjectives for describing people. Now the first adjective is pretentious. Pretentious. You must have heard of the word pretend. So from pretend, it is pretentious. A person who pretends to be more important or special than they actually are. Pretentious people are those who love showing off. They show off a lot. They try to pretend to be someone which they actually are not. Pretentious people want to be valuable. They want to gain a lot of attention. They feel that they deserve a lot of respect when in reality they are not such a big deal. So to all those of you who know such pretentious people, please let me know in the comments section that do you like such pretentious people, or you like those people who stay real, who they actually are, who have a transparent personality. So I would really wait for your comments right here. If I have to tell you a little more about it, it is that these people feel that they are superior to others. That's why you feel like pretending. Otherwise, what's the harm in showing your real self? The people who feel that they are superior, they only like to pretend. An example would be, my neighbor is a pretentious man who claims to be a descendant of a royal family. You can also use it in a sentence. You're going to leave one sentence with pretentious in the comment section so that you can use it in your workplace or wherever you would like to talk about somebody. Now the second personality, or talking about second adjective which describes a person's personality, is cheerful. You must have heard of it. Cheerful. Someone who generally feels happy. Cheers. Don't we say, when we raise a toast, we say cheers. So from cheers, it's cheerful. Some people are naturally cheerful, and you get to know that they are mostly in happy mood. If you have to work hard to be happy, then certainly you are struggling with a lot of mental health issues. But the people who are naturally cheerful are mostly likable and attractive. And if we don't feel cheerful all the time, we can at least work on being cheerful, isn't it? Let's try to be more cheerful. Let's use this adjective for our own self. So how can you use it? You can ask someone, any of your friends or your colleague, that you're not your usual cheerful self today. What happened to you? Like this, you can use cheerful. Now the third adjective is assertive. Now this one is my favorite. Assertive. Being assertive is all about a person who make their point clear and just sticks to it. I want to tell you something, like, being assertive is actually a quality which all of us need to develop, because naturally we are not assertive in nature. We cannot say no. We have no boundaries defined for ourselves. So an assertive person is someone who is very clear about what they want and what they don't want. So being assertive is actually a very good quality. A person who is very clear in their head, and they don't people please. They don't say unnecessary things to charm others. They are assertive, and it is a quality which we need to develop. So here we can say that you can suggest someone that you need to be a little more assertive with your boss whenever you try to put your opinions across. So that can be very helpful. So research more about this word yourself and let me know that how many qualities you have. Are you an assertive person in general? I would want to know this, because I'm not. I'm learning to be an assertive person, and I'm not. It is very hard for me to set my boundaries, but I'm working on it, because that's something which I need to work on. The fourth adjective is obnoxious. Obnoxious, and as it is sounding, it is, yes, a negative quality. There's nothing good about someone who's obnoxious. So obnoxious is someone who's very unpleasant or rude in general, a bitter person who would be offensive, aggressive, who would be very annoying, very loud, obnoxious. There can be a lot of obnoxious personality traits, like if we don't have to use it as an adjective, you can say he said some really obnoxious things about his girlfriend last week, like that. But for a person, you can say that he is very obnoxious in nature, that he humiliates anybody who comes in front of him, or I don't like his obnoxious eating habits. Whenever he eats something, he makes a lot of noise. That way. So you can use obnoxious to describe a person. It is a personality trait. Okay, the fifth one is perceptive, and people are perceptive. Perception. Now, perceptive people are those who notice something very easily and they understand things very easily, who figure out things beyond everybody else's vision. Basically, these are intelligent people. They are insightful. They have a very good noticing power. So perceptive means that a person has a good wit. Perceptive. So it comes from perception. So the people who are perceptive, in generally, you can say that they are intelligent, or they have a very clear vision. They can look beyond other people's wisdom. So they are wise, basically. If I have to give you an example, I would say a politician must be perceptive and witty to win the elections. Like this, you can use it. Okay, the sixth one is apathetic. Apathetic. Now, another word for it would be indifferent. Apathetic. Someone who lacks interest and desire in understanding what other people are trying to say. They have no feelings for other people. Like, they don't, basically stoic, if you've heard of the word stoic. Otherwise, Google it. They don't care what is happening to the other person. They have no emotions. Basically, an emotionless person is apathetic. If I have to give you an example, I would say her childhood trauma made her become very depressive and apathetic towards her family members. Like this. Okay. Now the seventh adjective is rebellious. Now this one you must have heard because that's a common one. Rebellious. Someone who disobeys authority. Someone who defies social laws, who doesn't want to abide by the rules set by elders. Somebody who is not doing what is being told by the elders. Like, we generally use it for children, that he or she is very rebellious, and the example would be older generations always believe that teenagers are rebellious and always want to do opposite of what is being told to them, isn't it? So those who have rebellious nature don't just end up obeying whatever is told to them. The opposite can be submissive, but this is rebellious. All right. The eighth one is insensitive. Now, sensitivity is something which we associate with feelings. So someone who's insensitive is the one who lacks feelings, or who lacks some emotions, who doesn't care about other people's emotions. Somebody who's absolutely emotionless and very easily hurt and upsets other is an insensitive person. Having an insensitive life partner can be the most challenging situation for anyone to deal with. So you also make one sentence and leave it in the comment section. How do you relate to insensitive? I would love to read your comments. Now the ninth one is neurotic. Neurotic, as the name is suggesting, is something which is excessive. Someone with an intense anxiety, panic, or anger, or depression, or self-consciousness, or emotional instability, somebody who's going through a lot of trauma, and this is beyond normal. We use neurotic for any personality type which is beyond normal, something which you cannot really relate with. Excessive anger, excessive anxiety, that they start hallucinating. So if someone is saying nonsense things to you, you can say, don't be neurotic. You're not under observation all the time. Your life is yours. Take charge of it. So you can use it to describe a person who has excessive compulsive behaviors, like that. Okay, now the 10th one, the last one is prejudiced. Now, prejudiced, the people who judge in advance. Now, these are the people who judge mostly all the people. They have their own preconceived notions about others based on their sex, gender, their caste, community, religion, their backgrounds, their belief systems. They judge. Okay, so you are from this community, you must be really very pretentious. If you are a woman, oh, you cannot drive a car well. If you are a man, you must be strong and you must be earning for the family. Always judging others based on their any trait. So they are always judging. They have their own notions about everybody. Oh, you're a homemaker, you must be lazy, you must not be doing anything. So if you're a teenager, you must be rebellious, like that. So they don't try to understand the reasons for other person's nature. They would just judge. So these are judgmental people, prejudiced ones. People who are prejudiced they often degrade people. They abuse them, they even physically hurt them. So people who are prejudiced are not a good company to be with. So try to avoid these kind of people in your life. And this was End of Learning 10 adjectives which are describing people very well in a perfect manner. Use them more in your conversations, use them in formal setups so that you can be more confident and you can enhance your English speaking skills. And let me know, did you like this video? Shall I come up with more of these? I will definitely try to come up with more of them, depends on your response. And take care of yourself, keep learning, keep enhancing, keep working on your betterment. Bye bye for now.